and they played well. They've made some changes in their lineup and some changes in particular in their pitching. That's got them where they've been playing good. They've been playing good. They started out slow as a team, but they're playing good now. And we didn't play good today. We could have won today if we had made a couple of mental mistakes and got a big hit, but we didn't play well, really, and offensively or defensively and mentally in this game as far as getting it done. So, and when that happens, you're not going to win against good teams, and they are a good team.
The base running, you know, the two I talked about, how frustrating was that for you?
Well, it's probably was Zach getting picked off more than Hayward, just because, I mean, it's a situation. The guy's got a good move at first. He showed him a lot of picks, but the thing, you got to see the ball down on the ground. It's a bunt, and you can't get too big a secondary lead. He's trying to be aggressive. I understand that, and because he doesn't want to bunt, him to bunt and throw him out at third base. It's just part of baseball, and you got to, but you got to use your head too. If it's a bad bunt and you get thrown at third, it's not your fault. The hitter's got to lay down a good bunt. So, bottom line is fundamentally you got to, take a primary, aggressive secondary, not to the point you get picked, and get back to the base.
Is this a time of the season where the guys maybe are getting a little tired?
I don't know. They could, but I don't think so. I mean, I know right now they're getting ready to go on exams, so that's this week they've had some tests, and some of the guys have been sick. Zach, number one, and of course he had a good weekend swinging the bat, but he's been very sick this weekend in play. I didn't know whether he was going to play all weekend.
What, like
and
the flu?
Just a cold, head cold, and so he just hasn't been feeling well. But a few guys there. But the bottom line is, I mean, everybody goes through periods of a long season of maybe some ups and downs. We've been playing very, very well up till the last week or so. So, we just got to regroup and take our exams this week. We don't have a game till next Friday. Get it back on track next Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and get back into conference play the following week.
Coach, you said that everyone goes through their ups and downs. I know you guys have the last 3 out of your last 4, which is very unusual. Is there anything specific that you can pinpoint that to?
Well, different games. I mean, when we were so hot, we were winning so many games, we had those long streaks, we were getting big hits and making a play or making a pitch when we need to. And during this streak, we have not got a hit when we needed to. We could have won the game in the 7th or the 9th inning on Friday night with hits with the bases loaded, and we didn't. And today, we made a couple mental mistakes that cost us the game. I mean, they got ahead. We walked the first guy, and then we screwed up a bunt defense. And then they got first and second, and it goes 3-2, which is kind of an automatic run situation for a lot of people, with them being one. And we didn't do a good job of holding our guy at second base. So then they had second, third, and they got a base hit. So we gave an opportunity to move everything up to put a guy in and get a hit. With 2 outs, they got a big hit, and we didn't do that against them Friday or Sunday.
Do you worry that some of those mental mistakes came from maybe the guys pressing a little bit too much, trying to be aggressive, trying to make things happen?
No, we don't practice too much at all. I don't think that at all. We don't practice too much. We probably practice less than most people.
No, I mean they were trying to be aggressive and pushing a little bit. Maybe.
No, I don't think so. We don't need to push and do that. We were ranked number 1 in the country. We were first in the conference. We're up by 5 games, I think it was, when the things started. We're still in the top 5 in the country, and we're still the top team in our division. So, we just got to regroup and play, and then put any pressure on from my standpoint. Because at this point, honestly, it's nice to be 1, but I don't care whether we're 1 or 5. If you're just in the picture, and that means it's the top somewhere, and that's our goal. And then the real deal is to be at the top when it's over with.
Coach, your pitchers have done a really good job of limiting Matt through the first 2 games and even through the first 6 innings of this game before his big 2-out base hit.
Yeah.
I know that Zach said he doesn't really look at that catcher versus catcher matchup, but do you get excited to play maybe one of the better players in the country?
Well, I got the best players behind the plate in the country, so I'm not worried about the other team. I could have possibly walked him in that situation, and I didn't. I had an opportunity. We could have walked him there with second, third, but we didn't, and we pitched to him, and he's a good player. He got a big hit the first pitch, fastball away.
Think the players feel any more pressure or have been tense with the #1 ranking?
I don't think so, because I've told them it's nice, but it's not. I'm not, they're not going to be raising any flag for it anytime soon. They don't give that halfway through the season. We just need to keep doing what we're doing, playing well, and keep performing as a team, playing as a team, and stay somewhere near the top. If it's the top, great, but it doesn't have to be at the top right now.
Sometimes you're a guy who sometimes switches up the lineup, or the rotation stuff, or do you think about that each time you make, the lineup up?
Of course,
or
I think about the lineup every night. Of course,
Right.
and we've made some changes, and one of the changes made was putting in Lopez fourth, and he reacted and swung the bat good, hitting fourth. He'll be hitting fourth again Friday night. So we had a few changes, but not a lot. But I'm thinking about that. I came to practice or to the game Friday, thinking I didn't know whether Zach was going to play or not. Thinking about the lineup, but I think about that all the time, and it's just a normal thing. But you want your lineup to be as consistent as possible. If you can keep it consistent, then that's a good thing.
Thanks, Jim.
Okay, thank you.